Hey, Dr. Parkes here.
And Jaz.
So we're going to talk to you about the Healthy Habits Kit from doTERRA. This is our go-to kit for people who want to both try the oils and the supplements at the same time and get the biggest synergistic effect from both. So we're going to talk to you about the Healthy Habits Kit from doTERRA. This is our go-to kit for people who want to both try the oils and the supplements at the same time and get the biggest synergistic effect from both. So you're going to basically get 5 essential oils and their lifelong vitality, their deep blue rub, and their probiotic and enzyme pack. So all of this is going to be included. We're going to break it down for you totally. This is one of our top 2 most popular kits that people start off with. And it's like any enrollment kit, you don't have to pay any enrollment fee. You immediately get the wholesale pricing instead of the retail pricing. And this is a great way to just get yourself started. There's no long-term commitments. There's no obligation whatsoever, but you're going to start with these awesome products. And by the way, doTERRA does have a satisfaction guarantee that you can always check into.
Yeah, any kit that comes with a lifelong vitality is such a steal. This is really a great kit to condition in those healthy habits.
Yep, so let's jump in. Let's start with really the foundation, because I always call this the foundation. This is the reason I'm such a fan, because these 3 products, the Lifelong Vitality Kit, they really go together, they synergize together, and for me, that's when I started noticing my energy level. I'm kind of a high energy guy, if you didn't already guess that, but I would still have these kind of dips, and I didn't appreciate that. And then when I burnt out way back in the day, I had a huge crash. And so this has helped me just keep my energy level at that high level ongoingly. Since I've been taking these, knock on wood, and maybe it's a coincidence, I don't think it is, but I haven't gotten sick. I used to get sick once or twice a year, like nasty 2 weeks sick, and just simply hasn't happened.
Yeah, it's called lifelong vitality because it's not only for your energy levels, but it's also great for your skin, your nails, even for pain. I actually was struggling with back pain for many years, and it wasn't until I really used these products on a daily basis that I noticed that my pain actually went away.
Yeah, so we have a separate video where we'll break this down even in more detail, and if you really want to know all the little details, if you're kind of OCD like I am, then check out that other video. But we're going to give you a kind of quick overview of each of these products. So we'll start off with VM Microplex. This is, think of it as a multivitamin and way more beyond that. So you can go to the grocery store, you can go to the pharmacy and buy any old multivitamin. The difference with this multivitamin is, if you look on the back, you'll see it has, vitamin A, B, C, D, E, K. It also has your minerals, zinc, magnesium, selenium. So those critical pieces are in here. The difference is this all has a whole plant food based, kind of like all your greens for the day. You've got the key nutrients from those plants that are in this vitamin. So I even hate calling it a vitamin because it's more than that, but
yeah, they're essential vitamins and minerals, which means our body can't produce them. So even if you are eating a healthy diet, you really want to make sure that you're supplementing in these essential vitamins and minerals. And the great thing about this kit is that these vitamins are bioavailable, which means our body will actually be able to absorb most of the vitamins.
Yeah, and that's the other thing you bring up about, even if you have a very healthy diet already. I was just talking about 3-4 months ago with someone who, his family and his previous generation, so 2 full generations, they are like soil experts. So I learned so much from him. He explained how the soil has been so degraded, particularly in the US, that a lot of the core vitamins, minerals, nutrients that we think we're getting, even when we go to a non-toxic, alkaline, healthy diet, we're still not getting those key minerals. And that's where this really comes in to help fill in those gaps so your body can do what it was built to do. Yes. So sweet, let's move to the next one. So speaking of essential, this is your E-omega, your essential fats. Fats are your friend when they're healthy fats. We've been conditioned in the culture to think that fat is bad, and there couldn't be anything further from the truth. Bad fat is bad. Good fats are essential, especially omega-3s, omega-3, 6, 9s. These are essential fatty acids that your body cannot produce on its own. So every cell in your body, the trillions of cells that are in our body, have a wall that's put up. It's a membrane, a phospholipid bilayer membrane, and it's basically a fat layer. It's a protective layer. All the enzymes that cause your cell to interact with what's outside the cell require a healthy membrane to function. So if you're making new cells, if you're regenerating new cells, if you're learning very rapidly, you're creating new brain cell connections and new dendrites from the neurons and axons are being formed and connections are being formed, it takes more essential fatty acids to be able to build those in our brain.
Yeah, and what's great about this specific blend is that it actually has essential oils in it. So essential oils plus the omegas really help penetrate that cell with whatever it needs.
Yeah, this is a product that, of the three, I love this one the most. It comes with the three for me personally. I realize maybe it's just because I'm always doing so much. My body does better if I actually double the dose that's on there. The recommended for all these actually is 2 in the morning, 2 in the night for each of these bottles. I double up and go through 2 of those bottles every month. That's just how I work, and I've just noticed an improvement, so I keep with it. All right, last but certainly not least, so Alpha CRS. I like to think of this as your energy booster, your natural energy booster. Most people turn to things like coffee, stimulants, 5-hour boost that I can't say exactly the name of, but you know what I'm talking about. These are things that are going to squeeze your energy out, and then you're depleted. And then after that, you kind of have this letdown unless you redose again. And this leads to tolerance. It also stresses our system over time. This is a completely natural booster of energy. It's got things like ginkgo. It's got Q10, coenzyme Q10, things that your body needs to keep the energy levels really high and powerful.
Yeah, when I think of Alpha CRS, I think of a cell protector. It really just does an incredible job at protecting your cells from free radicals and especially protecting your mitochondria.
Yeah, think of free radicals as like the little mines that float around in our body's chemistry. Free radicals are very damaging. They attach to the cells and the chemistry and the enzymes in our body, and when they do that, they degrade it, and your body has to spend energy detoxing. So when you protect against free radicals, you protect against having to invest more energy into just detoxing. So it's better to just get rid of free radicals in the first place. So that's why this is so helpful and powerful. So this is the Lifelong Vitality, short, we call it LLV, just because when you're saying things so often, when you're trying to share what's made the benefit for you, and we just say LLV now. So this is your LLV. And you get 2 other supportive supplements that go along with this. These are both things that I do not use every single day, but I use them in kind of spot treatments. And I do recommend, if you haven't done either of something like this in the past, that you start off the first month with this. So most people have heard of a probiotic. So PB Assist is a combo. If a probiotic is the good bacteria that you're planting the seed into your gut, most of us have a really screwed up, it's called a microbiome. This is the balance of bacteria in our gut. And studies have shown even 1 dose of antibiotics, even in childhood, 15, 20 years later, can actually shift the microbiome. So getting that back into balance is so powerful and critical, because it's a storage site for your body's nutrients. It absorbs nutrients, and it also creates key nutrients like neurotransmitters in our brain that make sure that our mood and our emotions are healthy. So again, the probiotic is the seed, but most people haven't heard of a prebiotic. It's a different thing. A prebiotic is actually like the fertilizer to that seed. It's what helps feed those healthy bacteria to support them and help them grow so that they actually do reach the balance. So the beautiful thing about this is it's a combination of the pre and the probiotic all in one.
Yeah, and actually the way that it's encapsulated actually ensures that you get the probiotic and prebiotic in the right places. So it has a double capsule, which means the outer capsule is going to have the prebiotic, and the inner capsule is actually going to make it into your digestive tract with the probiotic.
Yeah, I like it. It's so flippin' brilliant.
So cool.
So usually there's like this acid bath in the stomach. So when you eat something, it hits the acid bath and things get destroyed there, including if you go to the store, most probiotics are going to get deformed there. This has that double layer, so you get the timed release of when your body needs it. So secondly, this is called Terrazyme. Terrazyme is essentially digestive enzymes. Your body has all the digestive enzymes that it needs if it's functioning normally and eating normally. Few of us have a normal diet. We typically follow, at least in this country, in the US, something called the SAD, Standard American Diet. And that means we have a whole bunch of processed garbage that it's putting into our system, and that inflames our system. It it's kind of like there's a weight on our whole digestive tract. And so we don't always have the enzymes to digest and process even healthy foods on a regular basis. So this isn't something that I take every single day, but I will take it especially when traveling.
Yeah.
Because if you're traveling and you're eating maybe less than stellar food choices, then if you notice something's off, then I'll use these to help me make sure that things are getting digested and can kind of move through my system effectively.
Yeah, this is something, like you said, that we use when we travel or when we just feel like there's something that we couldn't digest properly. This is a great tool to have.
Yeah, so LLV and Digest Zen products, the PB Assist and the TerraZyme. Now let's move into the Deep Blue Rub. Don't worry, we'll get to these oils. These oils are like some of the best part about it, and you get some of the top 5 oils with doTERRA, but the Deep Blue Rub. Deep Blue is a blend of essential oils. I'll let Jaz tell you exactly what's in there, but basically this is the rub, so it's like a cream. I used it this morning. I was getting this kink in my neck, so I just took a little bit of a dab and rubbed it on topically. This not only helps where it absorbs, it has an effect almost on the nervous system to help relax those spasms, those irritated areas. So quick story. So first time I used this, I was pretty resistant. I had this pain, literally pain in my butt in my sciatic region. And Dr. Brain is turning on and going, okay, this is like 3 inches in from the surface of my skin. And you're trying to share this with me. And I go, no, it's not going to work. I'm sure it's not going to work. Sometimes these doctors are a little slow.
So what do? I actually just take it and apply it in the area because you were just so resistant. And within minutes, you actually felt it better.
Well, 2 minutes later, I'm like sitting, because we were at this conference, and I'm sitting there, and I like checked in with my body and going, oh, I started laughing, because it literally, pain was gone. I'm like, you kidding me? I'm suffering with my Medal of Honor of suffering for 3-4 days with this pain, complaining, and then it's gone. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me, it's gone that quick. So this is a product that so many people have jumped onto the doTERRA journey just from this product.
Just from this product.
So yeah, you get this for yourself and for anyone who's you're around. If you got kids who are running around, climbing the walls, falling, injuring, bruising legs and pulling muscles. If you're an athlete, really active, this is definitely something to keep around. It's actually in another kit called their sports kit. So
yeah, this is a product that I keep with me at all times because you never know when someone else is going to need it. And it's also great for just soothing of the muscles. Like you said, it has really good oils for pain and inflammation, like eucalyptus, peppermint, and wintergreen especially. So I like to use it right before my workout. It helps soothe that area and also helps open up the airways because of the oils that it has.
Yep, very, very nice Deep Blue Rub. Okay, you ready for the oils? We've got 5 oils. The oils that come with this kit, the Healthy Habits kit, this is really like a quick sampling. You get 5 ml vials. These are the 5 ml vials that we'll talk about here. And for comparison, we showed you the difference between the 5 ml and the 15 ml bottle. But this kit comes with all 5 ml bottles. Let's start off with lemon. Lemon, I made them a big mistake of thinking, lemon, that's so simple. If it's simple, it means it's not going to be valuable, and couldn't be farther from the truth. Lemon, actually, before I got into essential oils, I was using with my water. I've been super huge on hydration. By the way, I have to throw this in here. If you are wondering how much hydration generally we recommend, it's your weight in pounds. Half of that, your weight in pounds, so if you're 200 pounds, half of that is 100. That's how much water you want to drink in ounces every day. So if you're 150 pounds, how many ounces would you take every day? Okay, half of 150 is 75. 75 is a great target. And that assumes you're not drinking a bunch of other garbage that can make you urinate and dehydrate you. So I tend to make sure I'm getting at least about 80 ounces, 80 to 85 ounces of water every day. So I bring that up because I used to be putting lemons in my water. I'd go and work in the ER shift, and I'd have 60 ounces of water just for my ER shift, but I put lemons in it because I know lemons will alkalinize the body. Think of alkalinize as protective. So lemon may taste acidic to the tongue, but it actually is alkalinizing to the body's chemistry. And there'll be a whole separate video regarding how that actually works because it wasn't all that straightforward. It's kind of complicated, but really cool if you're a science geek and nerd like me. Anyway, instead of cutting all those lemons up and having to buy them and get rid of the ones that go bad and deal with that, now I just have this 1 or 2 drops in my water. I'm good to go. I've alkalinized my water. I've added a great taste to my water. It keeps me motivated. It's refreshing and energizes me. Like all the citrus oils, these are energizing oils.
Yeah, super cleansing to the body, like you said, with its high level of limonene. It's also very cleansing to your home. So you can actually use lemon to clean your home. And like you said, every citrus oil is going to be very uplifting.
Yeah, so that's lemon. All right, next oil here, lavender. For me, this is the first doTERRA oil I ever was introduced to. Someone was kind enough to give me actually a vial just like this, a 5 ml vial of lavender. And this is when I was totally clueless. I didn't know what essential oils were, how they worked, if they were effective. I didn't know anything. But someone saw that I was looking probably a little not myself, so they gifted me a vial of lavender. And I said, oh, thank you, that's nice. And I kind of put it in my pocket, and I forgot about it. I went home and I was cleaning out my pockets, like, oh yeah, okay. So I put it on my nightstand, and it sat on my nightstand for a month. Awesome, really great job, Steve, being open-minded and trying new things. So it was a month later, I had a crazy killer ER shift. ER shifts can be pretty challenging usually, and this was particularly stressful. So I come home that night, and I had to be up the next morning, and I'm trying to sleep. I'm going, okay, we got to rest here. And my body's going, no, we're not resting. And there's all this tension in my body. And so I'm tossing, turning, trying to, fight it. You ever try that where you're fighting something and it just makes it worse? At least I've been there. So 1:30 in the morning, I'm turning and I see on the nightstand the little shadow of the lavender bottle. And I go, all right, maybe I'll try this. 2 drops, 1 drop about each on each sole of my foot. So on the bottom aspect of my foot, rubbed it in. It was probably about 5 minutes. I knocked out, gone. And I wake up, alarm's going off. I had that deep sleep and I'm like, oh my gosh. And I had the best rest night's sleep that I had in probably months at that point. So, and I woke up kind of going, maybe there's something to this essential oil business. And that was the beginning of my doTERRA journey. So
yeah, there's a reason why so many people lean on lavender as a support system. And just like it's calming to the nervous system, it's also very soothing to the skin. So just last week, I actually burned myself curling my hair. And I took 2 drops of lavender oil, applied it on the burn, and within 20 to 30 minutes, I already felt so much relief. It really is just an incredible oil to have for any purpose around the house.
Yeah, I've got to totally piggyback on you on the burn piece. So I work in the ER, okay? I see burns all the time. I get pretty good at seeing a burn and realizing, okay, this is how long it's going to take to heal or get better. Someone come in with a burn, I can say, when did you have that 6 days ago? And they're like, yeah, actually 6 days ago. And it's just because I've seen so many burns over the years. This oil, so I once reached for a pot. It was like a pan, and the handle was in the oven. I didn't realize someone else had just taken it out of the oven. And I pull it out and I burn the palm of my hand pretty bad. And of course I put it under water and cold water to try and get the temperature down. And I'm looking, I'm going, this is going to be 2-3 weeks of problems. And I didn't know it at the time, but I was recommended to put some lavender on my hand, and I rubbed it in. And it was soothing. But what blew my mind completely was it was 2-3 days later, my hand was almost 100% healed. And I'm going, you got to be kidding me. I would have bet money out of my own wallet that said this is going to take at least 2 weeks, probably closer to 2-3 weeks. And 2-3 days later, it's completely, almost fully back to normal. You could kind of tell there's a little sheen to it, but the pain was gone. I could use my hand fully. Again, another example of just the power of these tools here.
Yeah, and this specific oil you can use with children, the elderly, even your pets. So it's super versatile.
Yep, awesome. So moving right along, On Guard is a immune boosting oil. So this will support your immune system. This is the oil that I use. I diffuse it every ER shift that I work. The only reason I'm not diffusing it is if I forgot to bring my diffuser to work. I work at a few different ERs, so every time I'm working, this is going. So if people haven't seen me around yet, they usually know that I'm there because they can smell, oh, it smells a little zen in here, that Dr. Parkes must be in the building. So this is essentially for immune support. It helps boost your immune system, which is why I use it in the ER.
And what's incredible that you use it in your diffuser is that you're not the only one getting the benefits, but everyone around you. So the nurses, the patients, which is a phenomenal oil to use on a daily basis. If you have little ones running around or little ones that come from school, this is a great oil to diffuse because you never know what they're bringing home from school.
Yeah, it's a great intro to there's a whole line of On Guard products that you can use around the home. You can diffuse it. You can actually ingest soft gels. There's all these different pieces. So this is a great way to get introduced to that as part of this Healthy Habits kit. So, all right, our next oil is the king of oils. This is frankincense. Frankincense, if I had to pick one oil to carry with me, if I could have no other oils, this, with no hesitation, would be the oil for sure. The reason is because it is extremely powerful for cellular support. What that means is it's a strong antioxidant. It's something called anti-proliferative, meaning cells won't go rogue and start reproducing and going out of control. It will stabilize the membrane of the cells, particularly the nerve cells. Our nerves are some of the most fragile cells in the body, particularly the brain. And if you can stabilize those cells, support them, particularly support them in growing and making their connections, you have again, I keep using this word, but it's a powerful, powerful oil for a reason. Anything else you want to say about frankincense?
Actually, when I first took my first essential oil class, there was a phrase that was taught to me, and it's, when in doubt, use frankincense. And the reason why is because it's just so phenomenal for multiple reasons. It's great for skin, great for cellular function, great for head tension. So if you ever don't know what oil to use, you can always just pick up frankincense and apply it to whatever area you want in your body, and it's going to support that area.
Yeah, something else I'll also tell you about frankincense. Frankincense is the reason doTERRA exists. What do I mean by that? So the founders of doTERRA, these are people that I've personally interacted with. I've met them in person. These are just incredible human beings. There was a point in my life not too far ago where I would have said, I'm never working for a company again. I had certain conceptions about business, and businesses are always trying to make money. Well, you do need to make money as a business to continue as a business, but this is a company that is in the business of empowerment. The founders of this, doTERRA, actually were in the essential oil business for quite a few years, I think decades even, and it turned out that the company they used to work for was going to cut some corners on how they harvested and produced their frankincense. This is an oil, the reason it's so valuable is there's a small few-week window where it can be harvested from the resin of these trees, and it's manually harvested off of these trees. And I'll just say there was corners that were about to be cut, and they really didn't want that to happen because it was going to degrade the quality of their oil. It was going to degrade the sustainability of the ability to continue to support the trees where this oil came from in the communities that are integral to these trees. And so they decided that from that, they kind of got into this conflict and decided we're going to start our own company. And that's where they founded doTERRA. And ever since, they have never compromised when it comes to quality and purity of getting the best oils. And that's why I've chosen to work with doTERRA. It was from that conversation with the founders, Dr. Hill and so many others who really convinced me of the heart that's behind these products and why I believe in them. More than the products and tools themselves, there's an empowerment culture that you are invited to join to enjoy the benefits of these oils and to step in the real you that's supported physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. I could go on and on. So
yeah, we're very proud to stand by a company that's full of integrity, not just on the product end, but on the farmer's end, right? So there's so many companies that will, like you said, cut corners and cut short on the farmer's end, and doTERRA really goes to an extreme length to make sure that everything is fair for everyone. So it's really an empowering company to stand by.
Yeah, we'll talk more about that in another video. So you've made it to the final oil here. So for comparison, we have our next oil, which we'll reveal in a second, this is a 15 ml bottle. You can kind of see it's 3 times the size of the 5 ml bottle. You get 5 ml bottles with this Healthy Habits kit, so it's a great way to get a ton of value and to be able to sample these top 5 oils. And when you generally buy oils through doTERRA, you're going to get the 15 ml bottle. So this is a bottle that has 250 drops in it. Again, you only need 1 or 2 drops. So 250 drops is a heck of a lot of applications and uses. You're talking at least 100, probably closer to 150, 200 uses out of 1 bottle. So this is balance oil. This is one of my top 2 favorite oils because it is a grounding blend. It's a blend of different oils. When you smell this oil, every time, I just feel like my energy just is pulled in, aligned, and strengthened. Like there's these roots growing out of my feet into the earth, into the core. I just feel very focused and energized at the same time. So different than some of the soothing, calming oils that will take your energy down a notch or 2. This kind of brings your energy in, if that makes sense.
Yeah, what's so powerful about oils is you don't have to know how they work for them to work. And just like you said, the minute you smell it, you just feel so grounded. You can use this for kids or anyone when you feel like there's a need for a little more balance or calming in the environment. So you can diffuse this and everyone's going to get the benefit out of it.
Yeah, I used this oil once. I had a I'll just say a planned meeting that I kind of knew there was going to be some tension, some high emotions going on. And so I decided to go into that meeting early, diffuse some balance in the background. And let's just say that meeting went smoother than I expected. So it's a great tool. So, and so this is the Healthy Habits Kit. This is a kit that is great when you know you want to start with a few oils and get started with just sprinting really into the foundation of essential vitality. And that means having the foundation of the nutrients, the support, the supplements to sustain your body's higher energy levels. If someone were to ask me what would I start with of all the products that doTERRA has, I would start with that LLV, that Lifelong Vitality Pack, because you notice the difference in yourself. As little as 1 week, usually between 1 and 2 weeks, people start noticing a shift. And almost every single person I've ever worked with this kit, it's by 3 weeks at the latest, you're going to notice the difference. That's why doTERRA has a money-back guarantee, a satisfaction guarantee. This is one of the kits where if you buy the LLV on its own as part of their program, they actually have, you could try it for the whole month, and if you're not ecstatic about it, they will give you your money back, even if the bottles are empty. So you've got nothing to lose with the LLV product. And it's always better if you can get it in a kit. Mm-hmm. So the enrollment kits, just to kind of go through this quick of why a kit is the best way to go. Retail price is always going to be a significant higher price than the wholesale price. To get the wholesale price, really all you have to do is sign up, and it usually has a $35 enrollment fee. It's waived with these enrollment kits. And wholesale price is 25% less. And when you get a kit like this, you're actually saving an addition. So you're getting below the wholesale price. So these things are a steal for the value that you're getting out of these. And the on top of it bonus, when you sign up for an enrollment kit, and by the way, there's no obligation, there's no long-term commitment, there's no monthly plan that you have to buy every month. You can cancel whenever the heck you want, although there's, of course, we teach you about, there's bonuses. If you do place an order on a certain basis, you get even additional discounts and points back. But signing up just with an enrollment kit with no long-term commitment, you also get a wellness consult with Jaz or with me one-on-one. Or if you want to meet with both of us, we can do that too. But a wellness consult is when, because each of us are individual, we have our own bodies, our own goals, our own desires, and idea of what wellness means. If you asked me what wellness was 10 years ago, I had no clue. I was probably the opposite of wellness. And so here's an opportunity where you get to work with us interactively, personally, and make a connection with us where we can walk through, okay, you have this particular goal. Here's one area that you'd like to improve. We can give you some tips and guides, whether it's doTERRA or even outside doTERRA. Our goal is to support you, to empower you to be self-sustaining so you don't need us. You don't need an outside resource all the time. We'll always be there for you, for sure. And if you have the tools, the resources, the resourcefulness to take care of whatever your needs are, that's empowerment, and that's what we're passing on to you.
Yeah, we truly are inspired to share the gifts that we've been gifted. And our mission is to help, like you said, empower you so that you can go ahead and fill your cup and then just pass a baton to someone else, right? And it really is just a ripple effect. So it starts from taking care of your health and then passing that forward.
Yeah, when you've got more energy, you've got more energy not only for yourself, but for everyone who depends on you. You've got more energy to give more. And that's what human nature is about. In my version, that's what spirituality means. It's the way we're connected to each other on a bigger scale. And when you've got more energy, when you're not weighed down with the toxins and all the lack of nutrients that just are part of life in this day and age, you don't have the same propellant to go out and make that difference and be who you really are. So we're happy to help you step into the real you. We're happy to have a wellness consult with you. We're happy to support you and answer any questions you have. Again, Healthy Habits Kit. This is a great way to get started. If you have questions, let us know, and we'll catch you later.
Thank you, guys. See you next time.